13-year-old boy suddenly accused of murdering classmate. Despite his best efforts to argue that he didn't kill anyone, he was taken to a police car by a SWAT team that broke down the door. The suddenness of the situation left Jamie in a state of panic. As an underage boy, Jamie had the option of his parents hiring a lawyer for him. After a series of interrogations, Jamie was in a state of near collapse. He was then taken to a holding cell. By now, Jamie's parents had arrived at the police station, but because they didn't have a lawyer they had to accept a free lawyer arranged by the police. When the father learned that his son had chosen him as a chaperone to take part in the interrogation and blood sampling, the father also agreed without hesitation. After explaining some precautions, Jamie's parents stayed in the lounge to wait for the announcement. They were convinced that their son hadn't killed anyone. For an ordinary family that had never been to the police before, such an accusation was clearly out of their league. During Jamie's medical examination, the father was by his son's side the whole time. They were reminded by their lawyer to refuse the police's request to see Jamie's mobile phone. But as for the strip search, despite the father's arguments, he was told that this was a legal right of the police. The father watched as two police officers surrounded his son. The 13-year-old's back was white and blue under the interrogation lights. He felt a deep sense of powerlessness. It was a clash between a father's dignity and the invasion of his son's privacy. The father waited in such agony. The search was finally over. Jamie was changed into the clothes prepared by the police. Then he spoke to his lawyer. Even though he hadn't yet recovered from his fear, he was still smart and calm, knowing exactly what to say and what not to say. But this puts the father under a lot of pressure. He carefully asked the lawyer what he should do. He didn't want to hurt his son by saying something wrong, but the only thing the lawyer was sure of: the police must have some strong evidence. That's why they applied for blood and to break into the house so violently. These words shook the father's belief in his son's innocence.